Good morning. The Chief Executive will first make some opening remarks, and then we will take questions. Please limit yourself to 2 questions. Chief Executive, please. Thank you for attending today's press conference. Last week, I participated the closing meeting of the National People's Congress conference, and I spent 7 days calling 11 central ministries and institutions. I am grateful for the support given by the ministers to the Hong Kong SAR. They supported Hong Kong to play our 8 roles under the National 14th Five-Year Plan, as well as participate in the GBA development, as well as contributing to the Belt and Road Initiative. I am grateful and I am encouraged. We will not lose any time and opportunity. We will more actively and integrate into national developments of the GBA and the Belt and Road Initiative. We will play our role by giving play to our strength to contribute to the country. This afternoon, together with the head of the Guangdong Municipal Government, we will have the joint meeting for the first time in 2 years. Together with the governor, we will meet in person for the first time in 4 years. This is also the first joint meeting after the triumphant conclusion of the 20th Party Congress and since I came to office. Last month, I called on the party secretary, the provincial secretary, Mr. Wang Guanhong of the Guangdong province and the governor of the Guangdong province, Mr. Wang Weizhong. We discussed on how we can collaborate to promote high-quality developments in the GBA. There is unlimited room for us to cooperate, and the field is wide. Now, this joint meeting on collaboration between Hong Kong and Guangdong province will focus on how we can inject impetus into the GBA development and engage in mutually beneficial development. I believe that we will see very good results which can deepen the collaboration between Hong Kong and Guangdong. I always say that the 11 cities in the GBA have distinct strengths, and we can create much synergy by collaboration. Rather than sharpening the edge of a single city to become a solo player, it would be more beneficial to sharpen our own unique strength and pull together our edges so that we can be a city cluster with strong capabilities. In that case, we can achieve expeditious and high-quality developments. By grouping the 11 cities together to become a quality city cluster, we will become a very competitive quality Bay Area. Tomorrow, I will convene a full meeting of the steering committee on integration into national developments. This is the second meeting of the steering committee. The committee is chaired by the chief executive and 3 secretaries. With the 1+3 structure, there is capable leadership offered by the steering committee to coordinate the efforts between bureaus and departments for enhancing discussion with our mainland counterparts. This will help us better integrate into national developments and formulate a plan which can benefit all and promote cooperation. Resume cross-boundary travel with the mainland for 1.5 months. Secretaries and secretaries of departments and directors of bureaus will pay visits to mainland cities, particularly Guangdong province and GBA cities, to build mutual trust with the mainland counterparts with a view to formulating a plan which can benefit all. In the past few days, 4 secretaries have called on the mainland counterparts, including the Secretary for Culture, Sports and Tourism, Secretary for Ecology and Environment, the Undersecretary for Mainland and Constitutional Affairs, and also the Secretary for Commerce and Economic Development. We will be very proactive in promoting collaborative economic developments between Hong Kong and the mainland. It has been 1.5 months since the border has reopened. It injected impetus and rejuvenated our trade. We see visitors flocking to attractions in Hong Kong. On the past Saturday, we have received more than 100,000 tourists. I expect that with the hosting of mega events in Hong Kong, including the Basel Arts Festival this month, Hong Kong Rugby 7, and international conventions, we will enter a phase where our economy recover in full speed. Let's join hands to pursue economic growth and enhance our competitiveness, to play our role as a bridge between the country and the world, and give place to our strength as an international metropolis. Thank you. Now we will take questions. Please raise your hands, and please identify your media organization and limit yourselves to 2 questions. The lady in front.
I'm from cable TV. Mrs. Regina Ip said that people and the government are angry at the fare hikes with the bus operators, that fare hike should not go ahead. Chief Executive, how would you handle the fare hike application? Before the Executive Council comes to a decision, is it appropriate for her to make such remarks? And when will the government tell us about the review results of the fare adjustment mechanism of the MPRC? Some lawmakers argue that there should be a profit hedging mechanism or offsetting mechanism. Will the government adopt this idea? For various transport fare hike applications, the government will proceed with caution. We will consider public affordability and also the economy. We will also consider public perception in handling this matter. The government will be the gatekeeper. We will not disclose what's this by the Executive Council. For government officials and members of the Executive Council or EXCO, they want the best for people's well-being in their policy considerations. I can understand their concerns about various matters. And for public transport, we will be the gatekeeper here in considering public affordability when it comes to the fares. The next question.
English questions from the South China Morning Post. Firstly, how would the government comment on the resilience of the city's banking system amid the banking crisis? Does the government have anything to mitigate the risks faced by medium-sized banks or to calm the markets, as you won't be attending the Credit Suisse conference as planned that's being held in the city? Secondly, Christopher Hoy and Algernon Yao are visiting the UK and the US soon. Do you see this as an encouraging sign of more engagement with Western countries, and also perhaps planning a potential visit to by yourself to these countries or also other international conferences? And lastly,
thank you for your 2 questions. Thanks a lot.
Well, the banking system in Hong Kong is very resilient and it is very properly regulated. I'm aware of the crisis that is being looked at seriously because of the Credit Suisse. I know that, and I think it's very public information, that Swiss National Bank has already bought out Credit Suisse, and also the Central Bank of Swiss has already indicated they will be helping. And also there are 6 central banks that have indicated that they will be providing sufficient US liquidity to the market. The Credit Suisse business and also the assets in Hong Kong are relatively small. Credit Suisse is in normal business, and we are monitoring the situation. The banking sector is operating smoothly and normally, and the liquidity of the market is also very abundant. So both the Hong Kong MA and the SFC are monitoring closely and will be managing the risks. We are in regular communication with the different authorities around the world. So we'll be having first-hand information about the situation of the market. We have confidence that the situation is not affecting Hong Kong in a significant way, and we'll continue to do our best to monitor the situation. It is important for everybody to know that the adequacy level and the liquidity level of the Hong Kong financial and banking sectors are very healthy and abundant to be able to handle the pressure in the market. As regard government officials visiting to different places around the world, there's always been the government policy that we are fully connected and in full cooperation with all world markets in developing our business, our economy, and maintaining close links. So officials will definitely be going out of Hong Kong to visit different places, whether it is in the Western countries, the Asian countries, and also mainland cities. So we'll be actively going out, as I have said, that we'll be creating extra opportunities for business, for commercial relationship, and also enhance our bonding with different countries.
時間關係咧，我哋答緊。
Due to time constraints, we will take the last question on the left, the lady in the middle. I'm from News. Yesterday, you penned a piece at One Way Pao. You mentioned that the secretaries of departments and directors of bureaus would establish close ties with the central authorities and work with mainland authorities in resolving issues. How will you work to establish the close ties? Will there be KPIs on that or key performance indicators? Second questions, for the local district consultations, are the results out yet? How will the reforms go about? When will there be a plan for the next district council elections? For secretaries of departments or SODs, they will be in touch with mainland authorities. Since taking office, I've said that after the resumption of normal travel with the mainland, we will hold various activities to make sure that we're actively and eagerly integrating into national development to bring more opportunities for Hong Kong. For the Greater Bay Area and Belt and Road initiatives, they mean many opportunities for Hong Kong. Hong Kong is an international city. We have to leverage our unique advantages in integrating into national developments. That's how we can serve as an effective bridge connecting the mainland and the world. I was on this 7-day visit in Beijing. I visited various ministries and state institutions. We're at a new stage in our communication. Our SODs had face-to-face meetings discussing various matters with various cities and ministries. There are several elements that led to the effective communication. First, we are more proactive. We took initiative more often. Face-to-face meetings work best. This can build mutual trust. With that, we are more likely to come to a consensus. And third, we're more proactive in working out solutions that work for all sides, and also achieving the greatest outcome with the least amount of time. As we are working out development plans with various cities and mainland authorities, this is ongoing work. We will continuously to work on multiple aspects with various cities and state authorities so that we can achieve greater outcomes over the long term. On the whole, here's what we want to achieve. There are KPIs or key performance indicators in the policy address. For our overall development, we will continuously roll out measures. Once we have something in mind, we will announce them. This afternoon, I will be having this meeting with the governor of Guangdong province. Once we have any outcome, we will make an announcement. For district administration reviews, the work is ongoing. I appreciate the public concern over the matter. The Mainland Constitution and Mainland Affairs and also the Home and Youth Affairs Bureau have been tasked to take forward the work. We have to meet the requirements under the Basic Law so that the district level administration in the future will be in line with what's stated in the Basic Law. That is, they will be district advisory bodies. The work is ongoing, and once we have results, we will make an announcement. We'll stop here. Thank you.